drizzly morning here in California, San Francisco. Drizzle, wind, fog. Not a good day to go out. Typical of this time of the year. So what I wanted to do was go ahead and do the video, and then I do a little bit of questioning and answering. Haven't done that in a while, and people are curious about my channel and myself. Today is about air pollution. Air pollutants which are harmful to human health and to the planet. Air pollutants are responsible for nearly 7 million human deaths around the globe every year. Didn't think it was that bad, did you? It's a pandemic. 9 out of 10 humans currently breathe air that exceeds the WHO's guidelines and limitations for bad air. Low and middle income countries suffer the most. What are the two most prevalent types of air pollutants? Smog and soot. Now let's break those down. Smog is referred to as ground level ozone. Soot is tiny particles of chemicals, soil, smoke, dust, and allergens. A number of air pollutants pose severe health risks. Most common are mercury. Didn't know mercury is in the air, did you? Lead, dioxins, and benzene. Benzene is found in gasoline. Dioxin is emitted during coal combustion and other processes. In the U.S., the Clean Air Act is a crucial tool for reducing air pollution here in the U.S. Here in the U.S., fossil fuel interests, aided by industry-friendly lawmakers, have frequently attempted to weaken its many protections, and they have. Our previous president really tried to get rid of the Clean Air Act altogether and did all kinds of things to harm the air around us so that he did not have to obey by these laws. But which group between the Democrats and the Republicans are the worst for the Clean Air Act? Obviously the Republicans attack it far worse than the Democrats do. What are the benefits of the Clean Air Act here in the U.S.? The Clean Air Act prevents 370,000 deaths per year, premature deaths per year, from the bad air that's caused by industry, driving cars, spraying things with all over the place, like your hair and that kind of thing. All that stuff adds air pollution to the air. Clean Air Act regulates a lot of that and keeps us from becoming dead from our own doing. Unfortunately, the Clean Air Act was never finished and has still not regulated all industry and pollutants out there. In fact, car driving is one of the worst that needs to be regulated the most, which is weakened the most, because the industry is protected by Republican-friendly lawmakers who are determined to deregulate as much as possible, regardless of the outcome. That's why I've always said it's so important to put in good people in office, because the better the office holder, the better your health will be in the long run. So let's get on to the question and answer part of the channel. A lot of people have asked these questions over the years, and I don't always have time to answer them, but today, since we're not doing a walk, we have extra time. A lot of people ask, how come you're not doing your bicycle touring anymore? Your channel doesn't seem to work. You don't seem to do the video with your bicycle anymore. I had to give up the bicycle pretty much. I'm getting almost up to my 70s, so unfortunately the knees wouldn't put up with it anymore. So I'm doing walking instead of bicycling now. And I do about 5 to 6 miles a day on walking, and I used to do about 25 to 30 miles a day on bicycling. But it really did take up a lot of time, and there were some negatives about riding that much in old age. And unfortunately, I'm suffering from one of those very things, which I am waiting for a surgery to open up so I can get the rest of my surgery done. And that hasn't happened yet. We're still trying to get a date, and they keep pushing it back further and further. COVID restrictions really screwed things up, and a lot of medical people quit their jobs and moved on to something else that was safer than to be around a bunch of sick people with COVID. So unfortunately, everybody that needs surgery around the world is suffering from not having a spot open for that. So another one is, why does your channel never increase in subscribers? Well, unfortunately, YouTube has an algorithm that works with certain words, and those words they don't like. And sometimes I put those words in the description and in the keywords, and then the algorithm picks that up, and they don't like channels that have certain keywords in it, like the environment, global warming, global dimming, anything that has to do with the environment, including the word environment, are all frowned upon by YouTube. And so I will get 2 or 3 new subscribers, and then the next couple days those subscribers will disappear, and more subscribers will come in, and the algorithm will get rid of those as well. And so whenever you subscribe to my channel, you have to keep coming back to see if you're still subscribed. Also, when you mention anything about the environment in your video, the algorithm is getting so good that it will pick those up and downgrade your video as well. So that's why I say any ups, any downs, any new subscribers would help spread the word about my videos. And because there's so few people that are talking about the environment on YouTube because of that algorithm, they couldn't get any subscribers or new watchers, and so they just gave up and quit. For me, my whole life has been about the environment and helping our planet. Ever since the early 70s, I was in various movements during high school and grade school and all that to help the environment, various recycling programs. So unfortunately, because of the makeup of the channel and what it is, the algorithm at YouTube doesn't like it, so it's got to be up to you guys to do something about that. And that's where giving a thumbs up, a thumbs down, a new subscription, and check on that all the time. Even if you're on and subscribed to other channels, you should always check to see if you're still subscribed. If you don't hear from them any longer, you know what happened. The algorithm got you and unsubscribed you. Another question is, how long and how much time do you put into the channel? I put into quite a bit of time. You have to do the research for the various videos that you do, and then you have to bring them home, and then you have to put the video into my program and edit it out so that it makes sense and get rid of all the ahs and is and does and all that sort of thing. But probably I spend about 3 to 5 hours a day on it, and that's why it's nicely edited and kind of flows along. Whereas if I didn't edit it, it wouldn't be as clear, as clean. It'd be more like a live stream. Another question is, how come you don't live stream? Well, first of all, I do have most of the equipment now to live stream. It's just that because it's a threat to the algorithm, YouTube will not let me get up any higher than 800 on the subscription level, so that if I reach 1,000, then I could do live stream, and they wouldn't want that. No way. So we'll just keep doing it this way. Maybe someday we'll overpower the algorithm, and I'll have more subscribers and be able to do live streaming. I look forward to it someday. But that's the thing now. The last question is, what about security? What's it like being out and about with camera equipment, lights, and all that? I have to do mine in the parks here in San Francisco, so I have to be very careful because people can come up to you not liking you having a camera, and they kind of get on your case. So yeah, there's some of that. Fortunately, I'm pretty well buried back in the backwoods and that sort of thing in the various parks around the city, and I never stay at one place too long so that people don't know where I am at. But it's always a problem, and the first thing they notice is when you're walking to a place is they think you have a gun because you have a round black tube with the tripod and the camera and all, and they don't know what it is, so they think you're a threat. So I've painted everything bright colors so that the gun issue, I used to have so many police come up to me and stop and look and make sure I wasn't carrying a gun. That was the biggest threat to everyone, is thinking that a tripod is a gun. I never could understand that. I've never been attacked fully yet, but I'm prepared at all times. And I used to be in karate years ago, and I was up to my orange belt, which was 3 away from black belt. So I know how to protect myself and keep up on all the exercise and stretching and everything. So if somebody decides to attack, they're going to be surprised. So on that note, and the new subscribers, the thumbs up, the thumbs down, doesn't matter whether it's up or down. From what they say, it still counts as a comment or a thumbs. So I appreciate anything you can do to help my channel grow. I'd sure like to get to the point of where I could live stream. Maybe tomorrow won't be as nasty as today, and I can go back outside and do another video. I certainly do like doing outside videos more than inside. Inside's sort of dull and dreary. So until next time.